All right, so let's do a little update on the situation in the Middle East. So, of course, last weekend, Israel started attacking Iran, seemingly out of the blue. The way Western mainstream media and, of course, Israeli media has been reporting about this was like this was a major success by Israel. As I mentioned before, I'm always very careful when Western mainstream media reports on things like this, reports on things that Israel undertakes. But they were reporting that, Israel had attacked nuclear facilities, military facilities, launch systems, and they also killed several high-ranked officials. Now, the killing of these high-ranked officials, that was pretty quickly confirmed by Iran, so that seemingly is true. The thing is, though, that the way Israel kills them, they don't just kill them. They kill their wives, they kill their children, they kill their neighbors. They basically take down entire building blocks just to kill one person. I mean, this seems to also be a tactic of the Israeli Defense Force to basically kill as many people as possible, almost, just to scare the local population, to demoralize the local population, and to destabilize the country politically. They've done that in Lebanon, they've done it in Syria also, they've certainly done that in Gaza, and now they're doing it in Iran. By the way, there's a word for that. We call it terrorism. And this is something that Western mainstream media never talks about when Israel does things like this. But anyway, Iran has hit back, and they've hit back hard. So they also reportedly have hit many launch facilities. Also, they reportedly hit what is sometimes referred to as the Israeli Pentagon. By the way, many of these facilities are located in very dense populated areas in mainly Tel Aviv, which I think is super ironic because it was Israel who always accuses Hamas of, using the Gazaean population as human shield. Because they have their launch facilities in dense populated areas and their headquarters. Okay, but then what do you call this what Israel has been doing then? But anyway, Israel's been hit hard, has been hit so hard that it seems like, Israel is at the point of breaking. So it very much seems like Iran's been defending itself pretty successfully against Israel. I have to caution people, though. I have to caution people for being too optimistic from an Iranian point of view, because everything that's happened so far has already been planned by the United States and has already been described almost exactly in some United States think tanks' policy papers that have been published many, many, many years ago. Right? Almost literally has it been described. So from the provocation of Iran, so for example, Israel attacking the Iranian embassy in Syria, Israel for years has already been killing high military officials from Iran. So provoking Iran to the United States going to negotiate with Iran, which are fake negotiations. And then the United States then blaming Iran for being impossible to talk to, and then Israel attacking Iran. By the way, as I mentioned before, I consider Israel and the United States as one entity posing as two different countries. And that is a tactic for United States officials to shove responsibility to Israel. So, for example, Israel attacking Iran gave the United States politicians the opportunity to say, yeah, it wasn't us, it was Israel, it was not us, even though it was their plan all along. So that's a tactic that's being used. But anyway, so Israel attacking Iran and then Iran's retaliation. This was all planned. The thing is that the next step in these plans has also been described, and that is basically the United States coming to the rescue of Israel and directly attacking Iran with the purpose of getting rid of the Iranian government. Regime changing Iran. That's the plan. That has been the plan all along. So obviously this thing is far from over. I have to say though that just because it's been described in US think tank policy papers years ago doesn't make it inevitable. I mean, just look at the situation in Ukraine. That also was described in several policy papers, think tank policy papers, US think tank policy papers. But, if you look at the situation today, it doesn't seem to be going exactly according to plan from a US point of view. So again, it doesn't make it inevitable. Also, Iranians aren't crazy. They're actually pretty smart people, I guess. And they've prepared for this. They've prepared for a US attack. So yeah, we're just going to have to wait and see how all of this unwinds. One thing might be considered a little bit worrying, and that is that, both the US and Israel are both nuclear powers. And, first of all, given the history of the Israeli government, what they've been doing, for example, especially in Gaza with the genocide that's been going on in Gaza. Also, you could also say the genocide they've been perpetrating in Lebanon, the attack on Iran, killing their generals all over the world. And let's say that if everything else fails, if they're desperate, would you put it past them to use nuclear weapons? Well, I don't know. Again, we're going to have to wait and see what happens. Let's hope for the best.